Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today, for those of you who feel that you're losing your battle with chronic illness, chronic pain, chronic suffering, chronic mental or physical illness of any kind, okay? I want to talk today about your will. The will is the most important thing that you have as a human being on planet Earth. And today we are going to discuss why you absolutely can exert your will to stay the course, to heal, to get through this, to go another day. Because I know when I was at my worst, and I know many of you out there say, I cannot go on. I simply can't. It's unfathomable, the pain, the amount of symptoms, the amount of strain on my body. There are no human words. I simply cannot do this another second, let alone another week, let alone another year. I simply cannot do it. I want to. There's this place in me that wants to, but I just can't. I just don't have enough will to keep going. And I'm here to tell you that you do, and we are going to discuss that in today's video. Okay, first, let's discuss what is will. Will, just like everything else in your body, is energy, okay? It's an uprising and usually a very powerful, that's why they call it will power. Will comes with a certain amount of assertion, a burst, if you will, of energy. An energy that gives you the power and the ability to control your emotions, your urges, allows you to stay in control and use your conscious mind to overcome anything in front of you. If you have all experienced this a certain amount of will, this power rising up inside of you that says, I am going to do this. I don't know how. I don't know even if I can. I'm not even sure if it's possible, but I am going to do this, or I'm not going to do this, right? Somebody who is going to quit smoking is going to exert their willpower, or somebody who's going to quit drinking is going to exert their willpower. Something rises up inside them, an energy with enough power to overcome the urge to drink, or the urge to smoke, or the uncomfortable feelings, emotions, or thoughts that are rising, to stay in control, to use your mind to get what you want despite the emotions, thoughts, and urges and symptoms telling you otherwise. And you have the will, the power to heal yourself. I'm telling you right now that you do. And healing yourself truly means staying the healing course without giving up. So what does giving up look like? Well, it could mean just going off your diet, going off the things that you know that you should be doing, or that you feel or your instincts are telling you need to do, but you just don't feel like it, but you're just bored, but you just are losing steam, right? Losing energy. Or it could look like something very drastic. Suicide is at the very bottom. Right? I simply cannot live another moment with this amount of pain, suffering, symptoms, and I don't think I can do it. I know I can't do it, and therefore I don't have enough will to keep going, to take another breath, to take another step, and so I have to end it. Now, ending it in itself is an act of will. You actually, as a human being on planet Earth, have a drive to survive and stay alive. So actually, by killing yourself is a super very last act of will to actually do something to yourself that is very unnatural, okay? So that's actually an act of will. But you could use that act of will, instead of doing that, to take another breath, to keep going, to try something else, right? They are both acts of will. One ends it and one allows a second chance. So I want to start by saying, I understand the power of the emotions and the mind to not be able to withstand powerful, uncontrollable, physical, emotional, and symptoms all throughout your body and to not want to have to face another day. Okay, especially when you're in chronic illness. You can't do this, right? You want to give up, you need to give up. So I want to talk about this today. I want to talk about the will that you actually have. And I'm going to make you see that you can. Because healing is simply continuing to go, continuing to not give up. And if you continue to do the right things with your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul, you will heal. You will eventually get there, but you cannot give up along the way. As with anything in life that you want to get, right? You want to quit smoking, you want to quit drinking, or you want to achieve something great, like a gold medal in a sport. You need will, okay? This powerful uprising inside you that is able to control and withstand all of the emotions, thoughts, energies, and urges coming at you, and be able to stay the course with what it is that you want and assert your will. I know you have the ability to go on. So let me prove to you that you do have enough will. You have the willpower inside you. You just are lost, okay? Because you don't know the duration of time. Okay, so you are afraid of the future, your future catastrophizing. So I'm gonna start by asking you a series of questions, and I want you to be seriously honest with this, okay? Right now, I understand that you cannot keep going, that your suffering is so great that you literally feel it's not worth it to keep going because of the unknown in the future, how long, how intense this is going to go on, and the duration of which you are going to have to withstand. You feel you've run out of coping mechanisms, of energy, of strength, and of hope, right? I understand this. So, but let's break it down. If I was to say to you, can you make it one more second? Can you breathe one more second? Answer that question honestly. I know all of you are going to say yes. Can you make it 5 more minutes? Probably all of you are going to answer yes, okay? Now, if I say, can you make it another week? And you're at the bottom of your coping mechanisms and your strategy and your pain threshold and your suffering threshold, you are probably going to say, no, I can't. I do not have enough strength to keep going for a week, okay? Because you don't know. But if I was to say to you, can you keep going for a week if I promise that at the end of that week, you will be feeling 50% better than you are right now? Answer the question. I guarantee a 50% improvement from where you are right now if you make it one more week. The answer is yes, isn't it? Of course, the answer is yes, because hope starts to come back. Energy starts to come back. A light at the end of the tunnel starts to come back, okay? Now, if I ask you, can you do it 6 months? You might say, for 50% improvement, you might say, no, I don't think I can do it. Just 6 months is too long, okay? So if I say to you, if you make it another 6 months and you have to go through every bit of suffering that you're facing right now, you have to face all the feelings, all the physical sensations, all the pain, all the suffering, all the torment. But I guarantee you that at the end of the 6 months, you will be healed. 95% healed. Just a few minor twinges here and there, 95% healed completely. But you have to endure 6 months. Could you do it? I bet you said yes. Now, what if I said, can you go a year? Can you go a year? But at the end of the year, you have to endure for a year everything that you are going through right now. You have to feel it every day for an entire 365 days, which you do not think is possible for even one more second. But at the end of the year, I guarantee you that you will be 100% healed. It will never come back. On the day that you heal, you win the lottery. You win $10 million. all your relationships improve, and you're free to live the life of your dreams. 1 year, enduring all this. What is your answer? What is your answer to me? It was yes, wasn't it? Now, I know you're sitting there and saying, I could never do this. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Now I'm going to ask you another question. If you were to endure this for 5 years, could you do it? I know you're saying no. There's absolutely no way, okay? But if I was to say to you, in 5 years, you'll be completely healed. You'll have $20 million in the bank. You will have every relationship that ever was, that you ever wanted in front of you. All the love, the traveling, the fun, the amazing energy after 5 years. Not only that, but suddenly you've become a world example. You've told your story to the world, and you're up there with the likes of, for telling your beautiful story to the world, up there with the likes of Oprah Winfrey, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa. You're a world, people look up to you. You have now helped millions of people around the world with your beautiful story of resilience and power and grace and surrender, and what it means to be able to face and cope through suffering, okay? So not only will you never ever have to feel it again, your life is on track, you have all the financial resources that you want, you've now helped millions of people around the world, and everybody for generations to come will know what you've been through and will admire and look up to you. Can you make it 5 years, knowing that it will end and all that will be waiting for you? If your answer was yes, then you have more will inside you than you know and that you're using, and you just aren't exerting it because you don't have enough rewards and carrots in front of you to keep going. Okay? Now I know we can't guarantee that, but if you keep going for 3 months, 1 year, 5 years, I can promise you, because I have walked the journey myself, that you will improve, you will be better, you will get there, you will have more than you ever thought possible. And I know that you already know that you can make it 1 second, you can probably make it 1 minute, and you can definitely make it 5 minutes and possibly even a day from where you are. But you need an endpoint, don't you? You need the reward, you need the assurance that you are going to make it. Okay, you need the hope. So you need to start giving yourself the hope, finding the success stories and watching them, reading them, inspiring yourself with them, realizing and visualizing that this is going to be you. You need the rewards, little rewards all day long. If you make it to the end of the day, I'm going to reward you with your favorite dessert, your favorite ice cream, your favorite whatever. I'm going to give you this, that, and the other. You need to set rewards. You need to see something. If you make it a year, you're going to take this amazing trip with somebody that you love, you know, to a place that you've always wanted to go. Little rewards. If you make it a week, I'm going to give you this beautiful vacation, this beautiful weekend getaway, or I'm going to scratch your whole to-do list out and you don't have to do anything that's in front of you. You can let go of the responsibilities. You need to make rewards. You need to see the results. You need to have the hope. You need to look for the success stories. You need to find the people who are going to tell you that you can make it. You're going to need to find the people. If one person out there with your exact symptoms and story has made it, then you can too. And you need to find that person and all of those people and follow in their trail. You don't need to blaze your new trail. Follow it. Follow the light ahead of you. Look for the light and grab onto it. Okay? Stop looking for the what ifs. What if I can't make it? What if it never ends? What if it gets worse? What if? No. You draw a line in the sand and you say, I see now that I have will. But the reward, the guarantee, the hope in front of me is simply not there. And that's what I need. So light bulb moment here, that is what you need. You do have the will. The will is in front of you. The will is inside you. It is there. It can burst up and it can you do have enough willpower to live another day, to fight another fight, to try more things, right? To take another breath. You always have the will to keep going. If you want it, if you have a big enough reason, if you have enough imagination to imagine the life that could be in front of you when this is behind you. Now, some of you may have answered, I can do it, I can keep going, but I don't want to. I just don't want to anymore. My challenge to you, find a reason to want to. Find a reason. Find, if you heal, what will you do with the rest of your life? Who will you love? Who will you inspire? What can you experience that's beautiful and joyous and full of love and brings you immense pleasure? So if you answered, I can, but I don't want to, then you need to find the reasons to want to. You need to find a reason powerful enough to exert the willpower inside you to keep going, because the will is there. The will is there. The desire goes when you can't cope. And sometimes the will goes when you can't cope, but they are both there inside you. And you need to find reasons. If you have enough imagination and creativity and the power to visualize what it can be, if you only just keep going. So I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope it's been an inspiration to you. I hope that you see that if you answered yes to any of those questions, that you do have enough willpower. You can. You absolutely can keep going. You've got to stop telling yourself that you can't. You have to stop giving your willpower away, and you have to find reasons, rewards, experiences to look forward to. You have to get creative. You have to keep enticing yourself along the way with love, hope, and a bright future ahead of you, which is what you will have if you keep going. You can't see it now. Of course you can't see it now. You're drowning now. You're drowning now. You won't always be drowning. Assert your will. Your only job is not to heal. It's not to be happy. It's not to put on a brave face. The only will that you have is to take another breath, to take another step, to keep moving forward. That's your only job. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it if I promise you that each step you take, when you look back a year from now, you will have moved forward. You will heal if you keep going. That is a guarantee. Okay? Keep going. Don't give up. Listen to the voice inside you. Keep putting hope in front of you. And remember, your will is everything, and it's in there, and you can access it. Find ways to access your will to keep going. So again, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. I hope it's been helpful. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Please share this video with anybody that you think is at their breaking point who needs to hear this message. I also have a lot of other videos on suicide, on giving up, on hopelessness, on many different things. You can turn it around. You can keep going. I believe in you, and I will see you in the next video.